Welcome back to the Agentic AI podcast. If you're running a sales team right now, well, you know how tough it is out there. It feels like it's bordering on brutal sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Sales cycles, they're not weeks anymore, are they? They're stretching into months.
Agonizing months, yeah. And you're juggling, what, 6, 7? Sometimes I hear 10 different stakeholders needed for sign-off.
That's pretty much the new standard. And the pressure, it's not just internal quotas, right? Buyers are savvy. They want hyper-personalized solutions backed by real data. No more generic pitches.
So sales teams are really caught in this bind. They need to be way more effective, but also find, radical efficiency at the same time.
Exactly. And that's precisely why we need to talk about agentic AI, not as some, fancy new tech toy or basic automation.
Right. This is different.
It really is. It's becoming an indispensable strategy, a game changer, honestly. We're already seeing early results. Some research suggests teams using agentic AI properly can see productivity boosts of up to 30%.
30%, that's huge. And it underlines why, for this deep dive, we really want to focus on how the leading teams are moving past those older AI tools.
Yeah, beyond just making things a bit faster, we're talking about deploying truly autonomous, intelligent systems. Systems that help make better decisions and actually drive sustainable revenue growth. That's the goal here.
Okay, so let's clarify terms. When we say agentic AI, specifically in a sales context, what are we actually talking about? It's not just a smarter chatbot, is it?
Not at all. Think of it more like, well, an advanced system that operates autonomously. It pursues complex goals, multi-step goals, with minimal human hand-holding. It's designed to be a proactive partner for the sales rep.
A proactive partner, I like that.
Yeah, and to really get why those 30% gains are possible, you need to grasp the core difference between this and, the traditional AI we've used for years.
Like the simple chatbots or basic lead scoring.
Exactly. Those traditional tools are fundamentally reactive. You give them an input, they give you an output based on pre-programmed rules or simple analysis.
So low autonomy needs a human comp for everything.
Pretty much. Think of it like a calculator. It's useful, but you have to punch in the numbers and tell it exactly what to do, add, subtract, whatever. It handles simple, single-step tasks.
Okay, so how does agentic AI break out of that? You use the term proactive partner. How does it get there? What's the leap?
The leap is that agentic systems are goal-oriented and adaptive. They use powerful large language models often as a kind of reasoning engine. They don't just follow a script. They can plan a sequence of actions to reach a goal.
And adapt if something doesn't work.
That's crucial, yes. If the first approach fails, it can reason, adapt the plan, maybe try a different tool or tactic. Its core function is autonomous planning and execution. High autonomy. It handles complex, multi-step tasks.
So less like a calculator, more like
Right.
a personal CFO for the rep. You give it a high-level goal.
That's a great analogy. You tell it, maximize Q3 pipeline value in the Northeast Territory, and it figures out the steps, analyzing risks, identifying opportunities, maybe even drafting outreach communications autonomously.
Right. And that capability, the planning, adapting, the reasoning, that's where the real ROI comes from. It's not just about making routine tasks faster, which, okay, traditional AI was decent at.
Exactly. This is about embedding intelligent, adaptive support right into the complex parts of selling to actually drive revenue growth.
Right.
It's a fundamental shift.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's get practical. Where are sales teams actually deploying these agents today? If I'm a CRO, where do I see the quickest wins across the sales funnel?
Good question. You see the biggest impact where you have high complexity and just massive amounts of data that humans struggle to process effectively in real time. Let's maybe focus on, say, 3 key areas to start.
Sounds good.
First up, right at the top of the funnel, lead qualification and prioritization. An agent doesn't just spit out a score. It's analyzing huge, varied data sets, prospect behavior online, firmographics, engagement signals from different platforms, CRM history, all in real time.
And it decides who to call.
Yes, it autonomously prioritizes, which leads have the highest conversion probability right now, and often suggests the best first step for outreach. It's not just a list, it's an intelligent recommendation.
That's powerful because that immediate action plan flows right into the next big application, doesn't it? The actual outreach.
Absolutely. Which brings us to personalization at scale. Let's be honest, reps just don't have the bandwidth to manually research and write truly personalized emails for hundreds or thousands of prospects.
No way.
So the sales personalization agent steps in. It pulls context from the CRM, previous interactions, relevant industry news,
Yeah.
market trends, and crafts hyper-relevant messages. We saw an example, a sauce company, kind of like ThoughtSpot.
Right.
They used agents for outbound personalization. The result,
Yeah.
a 25% jump in response rates because the messages weren't generic spam, they actually resonated.
Yeah.
And that naturally led to shorter sales cycles too.
25% higher response rates. That can totally change the game for an outbound team. And it connects to seeding time too, right? Like prepping for meeting.
Definitely. Think about meeting preparation. A rep might normally spend, what, an hour, maybe two, digging through account history, checking recent competitor moves, trying to figure out relevant talking points.
Easily. Sometimes more.
An agent automates that entire process. It summarizes the account history, does competitor analysis specific to that prospect situation, and generates tailored talking points, often pushing them right into the rep's calendar invite or CRM. That's hours back in their week, every week.
Hours back is huge. And speaking of time sinks, we have to talk about the bane of every sales team's existence. CRM hygiene.
Yes, the necessary evil. Reps spending half of Monday just logging calls, updating records, time they absolutely should be spending selling.
It's painful.
Agentic AI can basically eliminate that. We're talking automated activity logging, syncing data across tools, updating contact records, even detecting gaps or inconsistencies in the data automatically.
So cleaner data with zero effort from the rep.
Precisely. There's this example of a big enterprise sales team, maybe like an IBM. They automated their pipeline updates using Agentic AI. That single change cut admin time by 40%. 40%.
Ah, 40%. That's not just efficiency. That's potentially more deals closed. But it's not just about cleanup, right? Does it help managers see the bigger picture?
It does, and that leads into another core application, forecasting and pipeline management. The agent isn't just passively holding data, it's actively analyzing the pipeline.
Looking for risks.
Exactly. Looking for those subtle signals. Maybe a key contact went quiet, deal velocity slowed down unexpectedly, a new competitor got mentioned in an email. Things a human might miss scanning hundreds of deals.
And then what? It flags it.
It surfaces those risks, often predicts the potential impact on the forecast, and can even recommend proactive strategies to the sales manager to get the deal back on track. That early warning system is why teams using this are seeing improved win rates. They catch problems sooner.
Catching problems sooner and speeding up the front end too. You mentioned lead qualification earlier. We've seen cases, like with Warmly AI, where automating that initial qualification led to 3x faster conversions.
Yeah, that speed combined with the accuracy from clean data.
Yeah.
That's really the powerful combination driving adoption.
Okay, so pulling all these applications together, we can see some clear, quantifiable benefits emerging. Let's summarize maybe the top 4 that are convincing enterprises to adopt this. First, the most obvious one, efficiency.
Right. Reps getting back significant time. We mentioned potentially up to 50% more time for actual selling because the mundane, repetitive stuff is handled.
Second, you touched on this, accuracy. Cleaner data, fewer manual entry errors mean cleaner pipelines, and that leads to much more reliable forecasting, which every sales leader wants.
Definitely. Third is scalability. This is crucial for large organizations. Agentic systems let you handle thousands of personalized interactions, scaling your outreach and engagement without needing to scale your headcount proportionally. Insights scale without the cost scaling at the same rate.
Good point. And fourth, kind of tying it all together, is insights. It's not just data, it's actionable intelligence. Real-time coaching cues, surfacing the riskiest deals, identifying the best opportunities, helping reps make smarter moves faster.
And when you combine all 4, the efficiency, accuracy, scalability, and insights, some studies are showing potential overall boosts in sales performance of up to 38%.
38%. I mean, the benefits are compelling. But it can't be that easy, right? This sounds like a major shift. What are the hurdles? What are the challenges teams face when they actually try to implement this?
Absolutely. It's not just plug and play. Success requires real strategic planning. I think the first, and maybe the trickiest, involves the people. Trust and transparency.
Meaning the sales team needs to trust the AI's recommendations.
Exactly. Imagine an autonomous agent tells a top-performing veteran rep that their biggest deal is suddenly at high risk. Their rep is going to ask why. They need to understand the reasoning, not just get a red flag. Building that trust requires clear explanations, audit trails. Transparency into the AI's decision process is key to overcoming hesitation.
Makes sense. What's next? Integration.
That's a huge operational hurdle. Integration. These agents need to talk to and use multiple tools, your CRM, like Salesforce or HubSpot, Maybe sales engagement platforms, call recording tools like Gong, data enrichment sources,
The whole tech stack.
the whole stack, getting seamless, reliable API integrations working so the agent can autonomously pull data and execute actions across systems. That's complex. If you mess it up, you create data silos, and the whole efficiency promise falls apart.
Right. Fragmented data is the enemy here. Okay, so trust, integration, what else?
Right. Change management. This isn't just installing new software. It's fundamentally changing how reps work, how managers manage. You need a deliberate strategy for training, for getting user buy-in, for adapting compensation maybe. You're shifting the sales culture, and that requires careful handling to avoid resistance.
Culture change is always tough. And there's one more big one, especially with autonomous systems handling customer info.
You got it. Data privacy and compliance. This is paramount. If an agent is autonomously deciding how to use prospect data, perhaps for personalization or segmentation, you need rock-solid guardrails. Ensuring those autonomous actions stay compliant with GDPR, CCPA, and other regulations is non-negotiable, especially for enterprises. It demands a highly secure private infrastructure. #tag outro.
So, despite the challenges, the path forward for sales seems pretty clear. Agentic AI really looks poised to make sales processes, well, more predictive, more accurate, and maybe counterintuitively more human-centric by removing all that administrative sludge.
I think so. And the pace of innovation here is just accelerating. We're already seeing concepts emerge like autonomous deal desks, AI systems potentially handling standard negotiations end-to-end.
Yeah.
And things like sophisticated AI co-pilots that can run simulations during a live sales call, offering strategic advice to the rep in real time based on how the conversation is unfolding.
That's incredible. And there's that pretty staggering prediction floating around. By 2029, the estimate is that agentic AI could be resolving something like 80% of routine sales tasks autonomously.
80%? Just think about that. It's a total transformation of the sales role.
It really is.
Which brings us to the final thought, maybe the provocative question for you listening. If these agents are handling the lead qualification, the meeting prep, maybe even negotiation simulations, and all the CRM updates, what are the truly human skills left? What capabilities will define the elite sales professional in, say, the next 5 years?
That's the critical question.
It has to be things like complex relationship building, high-level strategy, creative problem solving, genuine empathy, emotional intelligence. Those uniquely human abilities become the differentiator. That's where sales professionals need to be focusing their development now.
Absolutely. So if you are looking to start exploring these agentic strategies for your own sales teams, our advice is to really focus on solutions built for the enterprise. Look for platforms that prioritize security, scalability, and crucially, allow you to build these sales-specific AI agents in a private environment where you maintain control over your data. No-code or low-code options designed for this are starting to emerge from innovators in the field.
That control and privacy piece is key.
Definitely. Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive on the Agentic AI podcast. Thanks for tuning in.